One of the greatest wrestling stars of the 80s was in Portage la Prairie on Saturday, the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man. That's Fifi Dobson, Can't Breathe, here on Mix 96, the best songs and the best variety, and a very special guest in studio with us right now. I'm joined by the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man. Thank you very much for coming in this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here, man. What a great morning, and the weather is just fantastic. And normally when I come up to Manitoba in March, I bring snow with me from Phoenix, but this time I brought sunshine.
Oh, definitely a big heat wave going through right now, but people wondering what the Honky Tonk Man is doing in Portage. You're going to be at the mall a little later on this afternoon.
At the mall this afternoon, we're going to go over. We're scheduled, I think 1 to 4, but I think we might go early. And we're going to do autographs and have some memorabilia and things like that set up. Take photos with the fans and have some fun. Just mix and mingle.
Definitely a great chance for any wrestling fan to come on out and meet the Honky Tonk Man today. Also, you'll be doing another show tomorrow night as well, so you're keeping busy.
Yes, it's been a great little run up here. I came up on Wednesday night, Wednesday afternoon, and then it's been really good, and I had a lot of fun traveling around the province and, just doing what I do. I entertain people.
Well, definitely entertaining, and as you said, going to kind of the smaller towns here, Winnipeg, Selkirk, and Portage, and things like that. What are your favorite things about going to the smaller communities?
It's the interaction with the fans. I have a chance to get up close and personal, as opposed to being, with a big company where you're so bound to not get out and mix and mingle because they have security and they want to keep you away from the fans. And when I go do these smaller shows and things like this, and what we're doing at the mall, people come up and we shake hands, and I hug the grandmothers and aunts and uncles and relive some wrestling history.
And as the fans come out here and get to meet you and take their picture with you and ask you some questions, is there one question that you get asked maybe more than often?
Not really, other than the fact that some of the people say, "Gosh, I remember you when I was just a little kid growing up." And I said, I always say this to them. I said, "Yeah, I still look the same." And they go, "Yeah, you really do. You look the same." And I go, "Well, what happened to you?" And they go, "Well, I grew up." So.
All right. Obviously, with Canada, you've spent a lot of time up here as well. We're in Stampede Wrestling for a while. WrestleMania 6, a great moment in Toronto there with you and Greg the Hammer Valentine. What are some of your favorite memories of Canada here?
Oh gosh, I've been. The thing is, and my wife's Canadian. I met her in Calgary, and my son's a Canadian, and actually my daughter's now. I made her. She's a Canadian citizen. It's the vastness of this country that a lot of Canadians, they go off to the islands. They go to Jamaica, or they go down to the Bahamas, and they go to all these Hawaii. I mean, there's places in Canada that they can go that even my wife didn't. She's never been to the Newfoundland. She's never been to Prince Edward Island. She's never been to the Northwest Territories, or way up in northern British Columbia and things like. It's such a great country to go visit and see things that people should try.
It's going to be a great day down at the Portage la Prairie Mall. Honky Tonk Man will be there from 1 to 4 o'clock. Signing autographs, will be memorabilia as well. Your chance to come on down, meet a wrestling legend, get your picture taken with him. We thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, and you guys just keep up the good work. You're doing great up here. It's a different color. It's like purple.
Yeah. One of the things when you go on tables, autograph things, you put in the man. Yeah. Put in the man cage. Yeah.
Well, actually, we can finish this off right now if you want.
I knew this was coming. Someone suggested I get a little mini guitar and actually
Did you see what happened to me over Charlottetown when I tore my finger off?
I heard about that, yeah.
You'll have to look it up. It's on YouTube. It says Honky Tonk Man almost loses his finger. And you look it up and you see what that guy. He said, "What do you want to do?" And it was a big, heavy thing. I said, "Well, just put them together and we'll take a photo." And he was about as far away as he is now. And I'm standing here like this, and he was like center ice. All I remember is his eyes got really big, and he took 1.5 steps, whap, and he hit that guitar. And I went, "I got to go to the hospital." but not in that good of a language.
So all those guitars that ended up smashed over people's heads, was that your responsibility, or did the World Wrestling Federation buy those for you?
They bought them. I found a place in Memphis, and we got them for like $20, and they bought like 100 of them. They still have them on their trucks. They still carry them around just in case they use them for different things, or they call me in. But they were just normal guitars off the street, not quite as heavy as this, but anyway.
Now the guys are getting those over there.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the people will show up, guys will show up, or promoters, and say, we got a guitar for you to use, and we'd like you to hear it is. And it's like, I'm not going to do this. I mean, I almost got my hand torn off by doing something stupid. I'm not going to start hitting people with this, because, now it's become such a big liability thing. If somebody gets hurt or something, and I'm not in this business to hurt people.
Right.
We're in it's entertainment. It's not.
So when is it you found out you were going to be Intercontinental Champion?
I just happened to walk by one night in Buffalo when Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan were standing together talking in the hallway, and Hogan said, "What about him?" He says, "Yeah, well, I think so." And they called me over and said, "Listen, we got this Butch Reed, the natural guy, Butch Reed was there, and but he had no-showed, and he was going to get the belt from Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat wanted time off to go and stay home with his wife and children. After winning the belt at WrestleMania, he kept it for 4 weeks, and now he wants to go home. So they said, no, we have to keep the belt has to go to the town." And Butch Reed was the next in line. They were going to do it for him and make him the champion, and he was AWOL, so I got picked. I mean, it was. I don't play the lottery. I don't gamble, but it was the only time I got lucky and won something. So
For Golden West Broadcasting, I'm Jeff Dyck.